Barney, the charismatic enigma here, and you are watching the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast.
Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, some rosy on the wood. Standing on the shit so you can get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, something rosy on the wood. And bitch, I got the belt so you just get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good.
Yeah, yo, ladies and gentlemen, thieves and crooks alike, content stealers and creators, welcome to the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast hosted by the illustrious, your role model, the blueprint. Dang, Don. Welcome everybody to this week's episode. Audio week continues. Welcome back. I am your host, Dang Don. I did just say that. But on this week, I wanted to just kind of take a step back. This isn't even a topic I had originally scheduled, but there is just a lot of real life things going on. So I did just kind of want to touch base and talk about some of the real life things that are going on. And I did want to make this a quick 10 audio check-in, but it was simply too long to be a quick 10. It was like simply too long. I have way too much to talk about here. Like, I just want to know, are we seriously are we about to die? Are we about to die for real? Like, there's been mass shootings at least once every 2 weeks, every 2-3 weeks here in the U.S. There's been mass shootings. There's been the Roe and Wade law about abortions. Now it's up to your state whether you can have an abortion or not. Ukraine and Russia are still at war. They're still at war, which is why gas is so high. Gas is $6 a gallon. There's no baby formula for the fucking babies that are already out here, yet you're gonna ban abortions for kids that aren't even here. We'll talk about it. And then also the fucking the Yellowstone River has been flooded higher than it's ever been. There's houses that were just on Riverside now falling into the river that wasn't even this size before. And it's crazy because it's every day that I waited to do this episode, something else happened. Every time I waited to do this episode, there was something else that I was like, oh my God, I can add this too. This morning. This morning I woke up. At least 46 people found deceased in a trailer tractor in San Antonio, Texas. 16 other hospitalized. What? What is going on? What is going on? Then right before I started to record, this was on 6/27 yesterday. At least 13 people died, more than 250 were injured when a tank containing toxic gas exploded at a port of Akabe. A crane dropped a tank loaded with cocaine onto a ship, causing an explosion and toxic yellow smoke. Excuse me.
A deadly explosion is caught on video. A crane drops a tank loaded with chlorine onto a ship, causing an explosion of toxic yellow smoke that killed at least 13 people and sickened more than 250 others. And you can see dock workers scrambling away for the cloud. It happened in Jordan's port of Aqaba. Nearly 200 people are still being treated in hospitals. Officials initially called the blast a gas leak, but a later investigation clarified the situation.
But if you don't think we're about to die, I don't really know what other outcome we're gonna have to this besides death. I mean, let's talk about the gun laws. There's no gun laws. You can literally walk into a Walmart and buy a gun. You don't need any type of psychic evaluation. You don't need any type of self-awareness. You can literally buy a gun before you can rent a car, before you can get a hotel. I couldn't even rent on fucking Hotwire. I couldn't get a car on Hotwire until I was fucking 26. And you can go into Walmart and buy a gun on your 18th birthday and shoot up a elementary school. The guy Cesar from fucking, what do you call that? Black Ink Crew is putting dogs in cages and kicking them down hills, hitting them with steel chairs like this is WWE. And people are saying, oh, they canceled his show over a dog. They canceled it. Did you see the video? Like, it ain't nothing no dog did that bad that you are hitting them with steel chairs, and then there's blood on the cement and everything. Come on now. And I'll show that video too. Like, I'll link it in the description because I'm not sure if I can show it, because when I had the Russia-Ukraine quick 10 up here, they took that down. I didn't take that down. YouTube took that down, but fuck it. It's all on YouTube. I'm putting it up here. I'll put the clip right here, actually.
What you start doing that? Huh? What you start doing? Huh? What you start doing? Oh.
Come on now. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. And all of this is going on in the world. All of this shit is going on. And everybody is arguing about whether you should buy food for kids that ain't yours. All of this shit is going on. Ain't nobody arguing about baby formula. Ain't nobody arguing about gun laws. Ain't nobody arguing about abortion laws. Y'all arguing about if we should feed kids that's not even yours. Come on now, we gotta get it together. We gotta get it together. They gonna take all our damn rights from us right up under our nose. Everybody talking about, oh, this is the beginning of slavery. It's the beginning of slavery. I don't believe it's the beginning of slavery, but I do think it's the beginning of them trying to take more control. I definitely feel like this is only the beginning of them trying to take more control of our everyday lives. They're already tracking us through the iPhones. People are talking about they don't want to get chips and shit because they're already being tracked. We being tracked right now. They're tracking me through the MacBook I'm recording this on. They're tracking me through my iPhone, my iPad, and I got every goddamn Apple product. So if they wanted me, they at my goddamn door. They at my door. You crazy if you think they're not tracking you through your iPhones. And with the abortion laws, why are there like no women in office? Why the fuck are all these men making choices for women. And people are saying, oh, well, maybe women are just mad because they can't hoe in peace anymore. And that may be true. But are there exceptions for people that are not just out here hoeing? Are there exceptions for people that, just don't want kids right now, but they don't want to put an implant in their arm, or they don't want to take birth control? Like, are there exceptions for people that are just goal-oriented right now and want kids in 8 years or in 5 years? Because for me, this is terrifying. I'm not gonna hold you. And they banned abortions in the state of Wisconsin, so I think you have to drive all the way to fucking Chicago. Like, who the fuck is doing that? Who the fuck is doing that, really? I don't know. The news just made my heart fucking sink into my chest. My heart just sank into my chest. And it's sinking again just thinking about it. Like, what is going on? And then even with the gas is $6 a gallon. Like, is there going to be any type of turnaround with this? Is there going to be any type of turnaround with this? Like, are we just going to have to deal with high gas until the Ukraine-Russia war is over? Because that's what this whole fucking holdup is. I thought it was like the presidency and he don't know what the fuck he doing. But like, really it's Ukraine and Russia. Even though, to a certain extent, it's that other shit too. Trump is already out here doing fucking rallies and shit. There's people on stage with Trump talking about this is a win for white life. Like, come on now. There's clearly something bigger that is about to take place. God is obviously up there getting dressed. God is getting dressed and he is finna open the clouds on our ass. He really is. And all I can ask is that, you wait till I complete my goals, or a couple of them. Like, can I get to the WWE? Like, it's just not looking good for us. And I really just want to know, like, why did the world wait until we turned adults to turn to shit? Like, why couldn't they do all this shit when we was fucking kids and didn't understand? Because kids right now don't understand that the world is fucked up. They just running around on tablets and shit. They don't understand that, ground beef is $28 a motherfucking pack. They don't understand that shit. Like, why this shit couldn't go to shit when we was kids? This shit want to go to shit when I'm trying to move across the world. This shit want to go to shit when everybody, got their own place and rent want to go up $300-400. This shit want to, but also, this is also they pay back for them stimulus checks. This is they pay back for them child tax credits. This is that pay back for them high food stamp balances. Ain't no way y'all thought y'all was gonna be getting all that motherfucking money in food stamps and they wasn't gonna go up on groceries. Y'all done fucked it up for every motherfucking body. But I can't blame y'all, you feel me? I can't blame y'all, but y'all done fucked it up for everybody. In real life. Because that's why the fuck the food so high. They think everybody on fucking food stamps. They don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers that's really working, and you want me to pay, $180 for 3 days a meal. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't give a fuck about that shit. I really wish this shit could have went to shit while we were kids. Because the fact that this shit going to shit while we adults is crazy. It's just not safe out here. It's not safe out here. People are being shot up at work, at fucking grocery stores, schools. I mean, at what point is this? It's almost like if you don't have to leave the house, don't leave the house. Because, like, what the fuck, bro? Are we about to die? I mean, look at the Yellowstone River. Look at these videos. Look at these. Look how the house is swept up into the water. Look at this. I mean, come on now. Come on now. This is insane. This is insane. The apartment I was looking at, the fucking rent already went up. And I was trying to wait an extra month. I can't even wait the extra month because I'm scared it's going to go up again. Because, I was going to think about August. But now I'm like, maybe September. But, I'm scared it's going to go up again. Oh, man. But I just really wanted to just touch base and talk about some of these real life issues. So the flooding that you're seeing now was actually record-setting flood that had hit the Yellowstone River. I'm not exactly too sure what caused the flooding to happen, but it's pretty much tripled in size. Look at the roads here. The water is completely damaging cement and everything of that nature. They did actually start back letting people into the river this morning because that is like a little home area. People do have housing and things out there, so we are just hoping for the best for the Yellowstone River. I know that there's a lot of women that are really feeling some type of way. I seen somebody made a status like, oh damn, my abortion appointment was tomorrow. And she was probably just playing around and shit, but it probably is some people that's really in that situation of, oh, my abortion appointment tomorrow. Now you motherfuckers didn't cancel abortions. There are companies that are saying they'll cover expenses and travel expenses for you to go and have your abortion covered in a state in which they do abortions and they provide the service. Because it's not like this abortion law is going to stop abortions. It's really just going to stop safe abortions. It's really, now there's going to be people doing abortions in basements, like tattoos and eyelashes. That's all this is going to do. That's all that is. It's people walking out of the nurse office right now and calling their girlfriend like, yeah, girl, I can do the abortion in my basement. I was watching them do it. And it's not a joking matter, but this is really fucked up. And it's really so fucked up because I really feel like it's only the beginning. I really just want to know what's the end game. What's the end game for the gas being so high? When does the gas go down? What's the end game for the Ukraine, the Ukraine-Russian war? And speaking of the Ukraine-Russian war, just last night as I finished recording this, there was a bombing that happened at a shopping mall. Russia bombed a Ukraine shopping mall that they're now saying this morning was intended for a military base, killing about 20 people, and I do have that video here as well. Truly, what is the ending of all of this? What's the end game for that? What's the end game? Well, shit, we already got the end game for the abortion laws. They are they gonna? Can they overturn that? Isn't the vice president a woman? Are these? The Supreme Court is over the presidency, I guess. I don't really know how any of this shit works. I just really think it's all fucked up. And now you really have to pay attention to your state votes and who you're voting to put into your states and things of that nature, because the presidential elections matter, but those little side elections that your state has, like the mayors and the shit like that, that's the shit that really matters, because that's what affects you the most. So now we really, really, really need to pay attention to when it's time to vote for mayors and I don't even know what else they have in your state. Congress is in your state or whatever the fuck they have in your state. But when it's time to elect these people, we really need to be paying attention. Just like we pay attention with the presidential election. Because I don't vote for the little side elections. I just vote for the presidential election. And really, those side elections almost affect you more than the presidential election does. Because that's the state that you live in. So we definitely need to start paying attention and actually getting out and voting at these, side political, I don't know why I want to call them conquests, but elections. I was gonna say these little side conquests, but no, like seriously though, we need to legitimately pay attention to the things that are going on in our states and things of that nature. But we have to get this shit sorted out. The baby formula. There's people legitimately struggling out there with baby formula. But I feel like maybe a solution with the baby formula is put it on maybe like a 3 or 4 limit. Because there's people going into stores buying baby formula, clearing the shelves. There was a lady at my job. She showed us in a meeting. She was like, "Oh, we couldn't find baby formula, and we finally found some, and we bought all this." And opened her pantry, and it was literally 2 shelves of baby formula. Like, damn, I know you couldn't find it, but do you think you got the only motherfucking baby out here? Like, come on now, have a little decency. Have a little decency, a little compassion. Like, you're not the only person looking for baby formula. She had 2 shelves of that shit. Like, two, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, full shelves, motherfucker. Like, that shit is crazy. They need to maybe put a limit on that shit, maybe 3, 4. Because, I would say 1 or 2, but maybe if you got twins, you're going to go through that shit a little faster. So, 3, 4. But you can't be going in there buying whole shelves of baby formula because you're not the only person looking for baby formula, bro. Like, that shit is fucked up. I couldn't imagine being a parent right now, even in this economy. Like, shit, I can't pay for my goddamn self for shit. I couldn't imagine paying for a kid or having a girl right now, even. Shit, I went and got some wings the other day. They was $35. If I had a bitch with me, that shit would have been $60, $70 for some motherfucking wings. For some wings? Man, get the fuck out of here. Inflation kicking my ass. Food high. Eating out is damn near the same price as going to the grocery store now. The inflation is crazy. Shit, bubblegum in a dish is $2 for $1. Come on now. Arizona's is $1.49 now. Arizona's not even $1 no more. We need to panic. We need to fucking panic. We need to panic, and nobody is panicking. We need to fucking panic. That is really all I have for this episode. I really just wanted to come on and talk about like the issues that like are in the everyday life right now. Like, cause life is fucking insane. Like, it's really just like anything could happen at any point. And I know life has always been like that, but it's like getting worse by the day. And it's not even just the state I live in. It's literally fucking everywhere. But of course, the state I live in is fucking awful too. It's awful. But yeah, man, I really just wanted to come on here and just touch base and just talk about that. Because what the fuck is going on? Every single day, it's something. What is the end game? Does somebody know an end game besides us all dying? Because that's what I think it is. I think God is up there getting dressed, and I want everybody, get right with God. I pray at least 3 times a week. He hear from me frequently. He check my voicemails, and he answer them, and he responds to the motherfuckers too. So get right with God, because he's getting dressed. He's getting dressed, and he gathering all of his people, and he is about to open the clouds on our ass. I just pray to God. I just pray that he gives us like 10 years, 10 years. I really do have goals. But that is all I have for this week's episode. I will give you all like an update episode next week. I'm not really sure if it'll be in studio, out studio, but I know my schedule has been really out of motherfucking whack. I have been exhausted. So I'm not really sure when you'll get the update episode next week, but it is coming next week, and we'll just give you an update on the move, how everything's going, the state of the podcast. I have kind of put all of my content on hold. I am working 3 jobs at this time, so like I really don't even have time to do like the collabs and everything. I've really been kind of just dropping 1 a week, and I should be doing 2 a week, but we'll talk about all of that next week. And again, I don't know if that it will be in studio or on audio, but audio is a lot easier for me. A lot fucking easier. So thank you guys so much for listening, checking me out. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up button, and I will see you all next week. Make sure you hit the social medias at Dame Don on Twitter and Don Life with 2 N's and 2 E's on Instagram. Of course, I am your host, the illustrious, your role model, the blueprint, Dame Don. See y'all next week.